Hello mga pamangkin!
Hello.
Si Gendo Ikari nandito na naman. Ginagawa mo ng trademark yan, Ian
Hmm.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Anyway, yun. Actually, as you can see, the title of this episode is The Competitive Fire because we had, yun nga, nangolekta kami ng mga comments sa inyo before on what topics you want to discuss and we decided to tackle this topic from one of our pamangkings na, yeah, next slide please para makita yung pangalan niya. Na at si pamangking na Katrina na yun na sinabi niya sa kanyang comment na congratulations titos. My suggestion is to support our new community members by giving tips on how to transition from casual to competitive play. And yun yung tatalakayin natin yun. That's what we're gonna discuss because yun na kung ibalik niyo sa episode 1 namin yung when we discussed our history with Lorcana, we did have that transition and si Ian ang may kasalanan ng transition na yun dahil we really need to scratch that of competitive itch of his and nadala na rin kami. So, yun. I guess, so we have some things to say about the topic. But before we get into that, maybe we should also try to define that what being casual and competitive is. And as you can see here, talagang parang binary yung representation niya. But really, it's not. There is a competitive spectrum. And dito natin ipapakita yon na hindi siya porket nasa kabilang side ka is casual ka lang and nasa kabila competitive ka na. So, let's see the spectrum. Ayan. So, dalawa. There. Yung mga
Skewed.
yung mga ano na yan, yung mga phases na yan, yan yung ano lang, current self-assessment, self and peer assessments of how we are, peer assessment, on how we measure ourselves in the competitive spectrum. Like, nakikita nyo, si Hans is somewhere in the middle because he still likes to bring his funky fun decks to tournaments, but he attends the tournaments. So, yun. May competitive fire pa din siya kasi gusto pa rin niya mag-compete sa mga tournament. Yung mga dinadala lang yan deck is talagang he really just wants to have fun with those and test those out. So, more of a chef mentality. Me, I'm a little bit somewhere in the competitive side na and I still like to dabble around with the fun decks like everybody saying that Blue Steel Allies is the best. I use Blue Steel Allies in competitive, but when I want to have fun, I bring out the Kiwi because Kiwi is just such a fun blue steel deck. And of course, Ian is somewhere right there, up there on the competitive spectrum because,
Up there.
well,
Na-recruit
he takes this a bit more seriously than us. And of course, he is a member of Team Goat, which is uh, a bona fide Lorcana team here in the Philippines. So, yun. Ano yun? Ano yung symbol na yun?
Hindi kasi ano parang I guess if we were to be anal about it, yung competitive, yung arrowhead na yan, that's those na na do it for a living, I guess. No, so yung the likes of sina DKP, sina Karsten, the rare hunters, na yun yung nila 9 to 5 nila.
Yeah, that's their bread and butter.
Pros talaga.
Pros talaga, no. So kami, di ko alam, semi-pro ba? Maybe, no? But again,
hindi tayo nababayaran dito.
Hindi tayo nababayaran. Oo nga, so kind of wannabes lang. Amateur wannabes. Aspiring. No, yeah. So I guess kailangan muna natin i-define yung ating personal definition of competitive. Bago tayo mag-ano.
Yeah. At kung ano nga yung fun, di ba?
Ano yung fun? Ano yung fun?
And yung fun kasi hindi na natin na-highlight yung nasa more casual part of the spectrum. Yung sa casual yung talagang you're just playing because you want to try out the deck, you want to try out the colors, you like the game. Or actually even hindi ka pa nga nagko-compete, you're just collecting. You're a casual engager of Lorcana. Kung hindi ka naman nagko-compete pero you love the art, you love to collect, you love getting the enchanteds, you love opening boxes, that's how you engage with it. Yun, hindi ka competitive nun, but you're still engaging and you're in that casual zone or in that extreme casual zone. But yeah, and moving on to the next slide is dito nga sinasabi ni Ian that we need to define what competitive is. And being competitive, nakita niyo yung line sa gitna kanina, di ba? That's when you cross over that line. And when you cross over that line to being competitive, quote unquote, you define that by the stakes that you are putting into the game. Kasi magiging competitive ka na pag naglalagay ka na ng stakes. And where there is stakes, there is stress. But of course, with those also come the rewards. Yun nga risk reward. You stress out how good you play, how well you will play, how you mind how your deck performs, you mind how your deck is built so that you could get the rewards, the glory, and of course there's also the challenge. So these are some of the questions that you ask before crossing over. Parang, can I take the stress, quote unquote? Yung pa kasi kapag naging competitive ka na, it takes a little bit out of the fun factor. If you're having too much fun, then you might not be cut out to be more competitive. Kasi parang may ano yan may push-pull para sa akin, in my opinion. And alam ni Ian to, yan yung isa sa laging criticism sa akin ni Ian. Sometimes I tend to have too much fun.
Takeaways yan, takeaways.
Yun yung takeaways. Recent lang talaga sa Son I am disappoint moment na naman sa akin si Ian. Nako.
The else for
The
learning.
But we're getting ahead of ourselves. If you want to cross over, you need to realize that there will be a little bit less fun involved. Kasi nga, sineseryoso mo na. You're minding many other things, not just having fun playing the game. While there is fun, it shouldn't go away. It should never go away. The fun should never go away. But you will have to temper your fun. Ikaw, Ian, may masasabi ka ba dito sa
may masasabi ako dyan. Kasi yung fun is relative to people, I guess, no?
Ayun nga,
So,
yung definition ng fun.
yung definition ng fun ang nag-iiba. So, we used to play RO, no? So, yung mga the Tito MMORPG, no? And
Ragnarok Online.
we had a guild that really competed. So sumasali kami to yung War of Imperium,
WoE,
to really compete, tas yung may mga inter-server battles pa. No? And I can still remember one of my guildmates saying na winning is fun.
Okay.
So hanggang ngayon parang isa yun sa mga dinadala ko na ang fun ko, I get it from challenging. Kaya yung challenge nandiyan yung challenge of I can do better than what I did last time. And I can prove that I am good at the game by beating certain people and reaching a certain standing. Yun yung fun sa akin. Ako, I find pleasure in playing the game and finding a way to win it. Much more so if the competition is also high. Na pareho kaming nag-iisip na, okay, how do we go about this game and win from our position. Yun yung masaya sa akin. So it's like solving a puzzle, no, that has many working things. Siyempre may konting luck, may konting strategy, may konting social dynamic, no. At para sa akin nandun yung saya. So again, it's you define your own fun. Some people have fun by playing a deck na sila yung gumawa and doing well with it. May mga ganun tao. They can still be competitive. Like, kunwari, si Earl. Diba? Si Earl Meister is one of our kababayans na talagang he brings in the funky decks. No?
Yeah.
So, he plays Purple Steel, last set. Tapos, siya yung gumagamit nung Mayor Wind Dancer.
Yeah.
Siya lang. Puro yung Purple Steel, the biggie deck. No? And he does well with it. No? Does it make him less of a competitive player? Hindi. Siyempre, nag-place din siya. Diba? So, I know that parang people like him take fun and pride in showing off their deck building skills. Ako in some sense, medyo ganun din ako. Although, yun nga, parang I no longer play the funky decks as much as before. Dati talaga funky yung mga deck. Parang, sige. Pero yun nga, parang if you want to place a little bit higher, syempre, yung mga funky deck sometimes has to be on the side. Diba? So, hindi na ako ganun hindi naman sa careless, pero parang I'd like to position myself ng medyo mas may laban compared to something that is experimental. So, again, fun can be you playing with another person, di ba? Tapos nag-enjoy kayo. But again, competitive is meron kayong hinahabol na prize generally. No? Be it rewards, a physical prize, a
The
playmat,
bragging right.
tas yun nga, parang glory, bragging rights, no? Being replacing somewhere, no? Winning a golden Mickey. No,
Podium.
kanya-kanyang
Podium
kanya-kanyang
Oo.
ano yan. But of course, yun nga, parang you have to cross that threshold somehow.
Mhm.
And it starts with you defining what your goals are. No? Pero syempre, to be competitive, ang nagsasama dyan is meron kang stake that you want to place higher.
Mhm.
Placing higher means more rewards. Placing higher means more recognition. And so on. If we go back to our first episode, hindi nga kami ganun ka-competitive eh. Kung babalikan ninyo yun, yung explanation namin is paano kami nagsimula ng Lorcana. Hindi namin in-expect na abot kami sa ganito. Sa totoo lang,
Yeah, same.
when we started our Lorcana journey, I didn't even think about like going to another country to compete. It was far from my expectation
Yeah.
of this game, no? Pero parang yun nga, parang the opportunity presented itself and we took it and found out that we're pretty good at it, no? The next few slides will detail, I guess, our journey and our experience kung paano namin na-transition from being this kind of okay, mediocre Titos to more competitive top cut. Top cut,
Top
BJ,
cut.
top
Wow,
cut,
wow.
top cut people, no?
Stars
Sige,
align.
so nag-stars align.
This is about yun nga, you're taking the leap towards the competitive. So what does it take? What does it take to take that leap? I guess this is one of those things that you need to think about as well. So one is knowing the meta. And in knowing the meta, you need to, of course, study what decks are the best, what ink colors are the best combinations, are performing well. And in knowing the meta, there's also that the parang it's not just knowing it, it's also knowing how to go around it or knowing how to play. Do you follow the meta or do you counter it? Yun yung isa sa mga kailangan mong pag-isipan if you're taking the leap to competitive. Are you just going to use the popular deck and try to win with it, or are you going to try to go rogue and counter that popular deck because everybody seems to be playing it, so find the predator that defeats it. So yun yung mga kailangan nyo din pag-isipan. Actually, I think we have a few more items din na ipapakita sa sa dun sa mga bullet points. So please, let's see. So following versus countering, those are the things that you need to also define. You need to think about. And of course, the dominant ink colors. Are you going to go with the dominant ink colors? Are you going to be a color loyalist like me? I'm a color loyalist. I'm stubborn and I will play blue steel till the cows come home. Or are you going to adapt and find another color combination that will either again follow or counter the meta? And of course, there's knowing your playstyle, which I think Ian has a lot more to contribute. But ako lang, parang it's something that you will figure out throughout your journey. Like in my previous TCGs, I was always a control player, and I carry that knowledge with me whenever I play Blue Steel Allies, which is one of the better Blue Steel decks, the Blue Steel archetypes out there. But I actually, in playing Lorcana, I find myself enjoying Kiwi more. So that is the conflict right now that I have with my in my competitive journey. So, ikaw, Ian, ano yung masasabi mo dito sa knowing your playstyle din?
Actually, yung going back to the meta, no? So,
Okay, sige.
I guess yung ano niyan, ito yung due diligence na kailangan mong gawin in order to be competitive, no? So, it's trying to figure out what decks people will be playing and trying to find a way to go about dealing with these decks. So, isa sa mga iniisip namin na ano na common exercise is that we figure out sino yung mga pupunta sa mga paglalaruan namin. No, it even came to a point where we
Scouting.
we scout. So parang if this person's going and he
Ito
will
yung dala niya.
bring this or this or this kind of deck, no? And you try to figure out, okay, kung ito yung mga tao na dadating, these are the decks that people will be playing. So what would be the best deck to bring in order to deal with all of these people, no? Kaya nga parang ano we always say that, okay, this deck is weak against green-blue, but looking at how many people have green-blue locally, parang, okay, what are the chances na makakalaban ko siya? If it's low, then go ahead and play the deck. Gulatan na lang kung may
Yeah.
mga tao na merong green-blue na suddenly meron. No? So, people will have pocket decks somewhere no na okay, iba yung kulay. Actually, isa yun sa mga strategies ko going forward nung talaga nagsimula na mag-compete, no? I never bring the same deck twice. No? Only recently na parang, okay, pag naka-practice na ako, maybe I'll bring it 2 to 3 times. Pero parang ngayon, kailangan talaga mag-adjust, no? And knowing who are coming, knowing what they're bringing will have a effect on your chances. Kasi syempre, you can't discount na kapag pangit yung matchup mo onto a certain deck, malaki talaga yung chance na matatalo ka. So, yun yung konting luck na parang, okay, sana hindi ko siya maka-pair. Tapos saka ko na lang siya problemahin pag nandun na, no? Na you have to prepare and know what decks will most likely come out and then figure out paano ninyo siya i-navigate. Now, if you know that you're having a hard time with purple steel, then kailangan mong mag-adjust ng deck mo kasi medyo marami naka-purple steel. Ganun din, dominant in colors, depending on the format, what colors will be strong. Sa core, it's always amethyst will always be the number one color.
Draw is king talaga.
Draw is king talaga. So, if you choose amethyst, then tumataas yung chances mong manalo. Or kung alam niyo na marami amethyst, then maghahanap kayo ng way to stifle their play style.
On the micro din ng colors, no? Like, yes, colors, but more specifically yung cards mismo. Like, kung ano nga yung ginagamit madalas. Like, yes, amethyst nga, but which amethyst pieces talaga yung hanap ng tao, which appears in most of the decks that have been winning, and which cards can win the game talaga. So, yun nga, yung knowing kung ano yun, mga cards na yun, will really, and actually having those cards din talaga will really upgrade kung ano yung meron ka on hand, 'di ba? Yung casual deck mo, lagyan mo lang ng isang powerhouse na card, becomes very competitive na, 'di ba?
I mean, like the deck building aspect is
Yeah.
also one larger part that might need its own episode, no? Hindi siya madaling gawin.
Which is also nire-request din ng mga dun sa nag-comments dun sa
Yeah.
episode
We'll try to get to it.
We will get to it.
So again, yung playstyle naman, again, we have the triangle deck archetype. We talked about this one in one of the set champs episodes. We'll just try to link them later on so that you can go check them out. No, so parang yung aggro beats mid-range beats aggro beats control beats mid-range. It's always that triangle that happens, no? And you have to know what deck you're playing and ano yung mga decks na most likely you'll be strong against, no? Talking about yung playstyle din, do we have a next and so yung lines of play will have a large effect on paano ka maglalaro. So lines is generally a play line. So what do you do on turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, turn 4? generally good players will plan out their turns, no, maybe 2 or 3 turns ahead na parang, "Okay, ito yung gagawin ko, 'to gagawin ko, 'to gagawin ko." Ako, I don't plan that far ahead, no, wala pa ako dun sa level na yun. But I do think about, okay, so if I do this, ito yung mangyayari, no? And people will have their own um threshold on how far they plan. Ako, um, I like to push my luck a bit, no? Na
Push the
parang,
limit.
okay, so parang I'll do this, and if he has the cards, then talo ako. Ganun. So syempre I look at how many cards they have
Cards
in
in
their
hand.
hand. So it also it also has an effect on, okay, so if they have maybe 1 or 2 cards, what are the chances na meron siya nung pansagot dun sa gagawin ko, no? Other things that players will do is they will look at cards that are in the discard.
Mm.
So usually kapag kunwari, let's say
Medyo high
kalaban mo
level
blur,
stuff na yun.
kung kunwari kalaban mo Blurple, may tatlo siyang let it go in the discard. So what are the chances that they would have one more in their hand, 'di ba?
Inipit,
So namamath 'yan. So again, these are kind of not necessarily high or level, but these are advanced things that you can do in order to make your play a little bit better, no? Hindi yung iniisip mo lang yung deck mo, iniisip mo rin yung deck ng kalaban. But there are certain decks that would try to execute a game plan in a certain way, and it is your task to try to navigate it. So dun nanggagaling yung fun ko, parang okay, ganito yung nangyayari. How do I go about it? No? What should I have, and in what order should I do it para ma-maximize ko yung ano, no? And ako, I'm a firm believer of trying to play all the 3 deck archetypes.
Yeah.
So kung hindi ka familiar sa playstyle ng iba, hindi
Try it
mo
for
alam,
yourself.
kailangan mong i-try. Bakit siya kailangan i-try? Because may mga threshold yan, eh, 'no? So parang how far should you push your opponent kapag meron silang ganitong klaseng hand, 'no? So, let's say for example, kalaban mo blue-green, tapos gumagamit ka ng aggro, 'no? So how fast should you go before they kind of
wipe.
stabilize, no? So yun nga, parang ako as the control player, I need to reach a certain point of the game where I have enough cards to control the board so that my opponent can no longer do anything even though they are like at 15, 16, 17 lore, no? So yung point na yon na kung saan, okay, mananalo na ako or kaya ko na 'tong tigilan, mas mararamdaman mo siya kapag alam mo gamitin yung deck sa kabila.
Yeah.
No? So ako rin parang like you count their ink, you look at whether or
Discard.
not characters can sing a certain song. So parang okay, may kaya nga yung dogs malakas kasi it can sing an Under the Sea turn 3, turn 4, turn 4.
Turn 4.
Turn 4, turn 5, 'di ba? So what makes them sing it? It's the big tramp. So kung ayaw mo na magsising sila ng Under the Sea, then you have to deal with the tramp.
Or prevent the big tramp from coming in at turn 3.
Pwede din,
yun.
no? Pwede you can deal with the Willow and so on. But again, these are specific to the current meta, no? But those are the things na kailangan ninyong isipin. Kasi hindi mo naman may isip na, okay, kailangan ko paghandaan itong play na 'to kung hindi mo rin siya na-try. Kasi yun yung mga strategies on the other end that they would try to push in order for them to win. So yun.
Last point here is yung watch Lorcana content.
Yeah,
Yes.
kasi doon ka din matututo eh. Like you're watching now, you're watching Lorcana content, but there are other content creators out there that do deeper dives of certain decks, certain strategies. So, pwede nyo ring panoorin yun. Sorry, Hans, you were gonna say something.
Yes, so ayun nga, yung those mentioned above, makukuha mo din naman siya through Lorcana content. So yes, you can do your own research, check mo yung card list available ng core sa Infinity, you can observe dun sa casuals mo sa weeklies. But of course, to expedite the process, merong mga experts and those that are very experienced na in communicating itong mga topics na ito well enough na pwedeng ma-digest ng mga casuals to convert them into more competitive. Kasi, ayun nga, it's free resource, 'di ba? Like our content here, it's free. You guys can watch it, review it as many times as you want to learn more. Kasi hindi naman, as opposed to yung cards na you have to get, hanapin mo pa, you have to source it. Itong mga content na nga ito, andito na siya. So, make use of it. And ayun nga, some are more educational, especially yung mga nanggagaling talaga sa pros, 'di ba? Like they share naman their thoughts and opinions on how the game is, kung ano yung deck nila, etc. Especially yung deck list, 'di ba? So yun pa lang marami ka nang makukuha doon as a player, either competitive or casual. Kaya digesting those is very nakakaano talaga, nakaka-enrich ng experience whether you're casual or competitive.
You have to be very discerning on the content
Yeah,
that
yun nga.
you are consuming. So parang maraming mga Lorcana content creators, pero parang at the end of the day, ako, tinitignan ko pa din yung credentials ng creator. Kasi there could be creators na okay, they do this, play like this, play like that. Pero parang kapag sumasali sila ng mga tournament, they don't do well. So parang ako, hindi din ako, walang cred,
Mm.
ganun. Kaya nga parang ako happy ako that we're placing. Happy ako na si
That we
BJ
have
umabot
cred.
ng na konti, kahit konti nagkakaroon kami ng cred na
Yeah.
parang hindi lang kami like random dudes in
For-
the internet like sharing our opinion. So
May,
parang kahit papano,
may battle
oo,
scars.
Yeah.
may battle scars kami. So of course the more prominent ones like kunwari sina Zan at Club
Mm.
Lorcana, sina Sky over at used to be Moyen na na-miss ko si Moyen. No, si Moyen over Moyen Sky ngayon sa Podcana podcast. We also listen to Harlan a little bit
Harlan
kasi
Sweet, yeah.
kasi siya Mr. Blue Steel enjoyer din siya. Other secrets that we have at the back of our pocket, ako I watch Alter Academy.
Yeah,
So
I watch
siya,
Alter too.
they invite pros, tas parang ito yung deck mo. Paano ka magmumuligan? Kasi doing the mulligan is also a very important part of the of the process of being competitive, no? So syempre yung iba like sina yung The Goons,
Lorcana
and then
Goons.
Featured decks.
sina Villain, sila sa decklist naman sila. So dun kami kumukuha na okay, what's currently happening, no? Actually si sina Goons, tawag mo nun, si Zack Stone nung nagde-Day-2 din yun, di ba? So parang kahit papaano isa sila sa mga. And we also have some others like kunwari, recently si Thais Inkwell from New Zealand has been on the tear kasi marami siyang mga DLC na pinupuntahan. Hindi siya nag-top palagi, but he places very well. No? So, yun, kahit papaano, pinapatunayan niya na. And kami din, kaya naman kami nag-join and we want to be as competitive as possible kasi it gives
Yeah.
a little bit of yun nga, street cred. Yun lang naman yung habol namin. No?
At least may reason to believe kayong
Oo,
makinig sa amin.
parang hindi lang kami like again, we're not just like random dudes over the internet just spouting like whatever, no? So we have our own selection of content creators that we watch and we watch them regularly.
I think you could also get from these creators nga, from these more yung mga mas nasa pro level na, gawin nyo lang actually yung mga ginagawa nila to a certain degree. You don't even have to do what they are doing, how much they are doing it. Probably half of that, and you could already take the leap to becoming a better competitive player. Just do the things that they do at a moderate level. And you can already probably see yourself improving when you join tournaments. Okay, next. Okay. Don't forget. Kasi nga, pag nag-crossover ka na sa competitive, again, nasabi na namin kanina, the fun factor would dwindle a bit kasi meron ng stakes, meron ng stress. You're already taking it a little bit more seriously. So when you lose, you're kinda gonna take it a little bit more harshly on yourself. Medyo you're gonna beat yourself up if you miss a play line or you disappoint yourself whenever you don't see something, tumatawa na naman si Ian. Tinatawa
May
na naman
episode
ako.
tayo. May episode tayo about that.
Oh, magkakaroon tayo doon. Yung mga mistakes that we make.
Kasi kasi, and I will quote, snatching defeat
Sweet
from the jaws of victory.
So soon.
Saka na yun. Saka na natin mag-usapan yun. Anyway, yun nga. Going back to that, still have fun. Do not forget to have fun. Hindi pwede yung mawawala yung fun factor kasi.
Kailangan ng next three bullets para
Oo.
magkaroon ng konting context yung fun na yan eh.
Yun nga.
Oo.
So, yun. You
So,
can... Sige, ikaw na, Ian. Ikaw na.
kasi again, yung fun para sa akin is exhibited in different ways, no. So yung fun in just playing, most likely hindi yun competitive, no. Ako, I take fun from skill expression. So when I say skill expression is that
Sick
I pilot
moves.
the same deck as you, but I do things a little bit differently. Iba yung order, no. I ink a little bit different. I adjust the strategy depending on
Sick
my opponent.
reads.
No. Tapos yun nga, as you said earlier, si Earl Meister takes fun in deck construction. Kasi mahilig siyang mag-brew, mahilig siyang gumawa ng mga, and
Yan,
this
si
is
Hans
something that
yan.
I would want
Hans
to
is
bring.
more of a brewer.
Parang kami din, parang si Hans yung namin, yung deck construction niya. So parang he takes fun in like, okay, this is what I did. I'll do my best with the with the experiment that I have done, no. Kung mag-place ako, syempre ang is you'll try to place as high as you can. No, pero parang nagawa ko tong na to sa taon to, then okay, 'di ba? But again, yung fun na parang okay lang kahit you play badly because you're losing. It's not competitive, no? So yun. Itong fun na to is debatable eh. Kasi again, everybody will have their own, again, as you said earlier, everybody will have their own definition of fun. But competitive fun, I guess, is more about these. No?
You have to change your mindset towards fun. Your relationship with fun needs to change. Yun. And
isa't na magbabago, pero parang you'll have to look at it from a different angle.
Perspective, yeah.
I think a different perspective.
And dito na tayo, na napupunta na rin, dahil pinagtatawanan na ako ni Ian, learn from your mistakes. And
learn from your mistakes. Oo, kasi
natututo naman ako, pero kasi hindi ko matututunan yun kung hindi nangyayari.
Kasi
the hard way.
You learned it the hard way. We jumped into the deep end of the pool.
Parang sa loob-loob ko. Paano umabot ng top 32 itong isang to?
Nag-tunnel vision ako eh.
Hindi kasi yun nga eh. Parang I guess yun yung lesson, no, si BJ. Kasi parang ikaw ba magkikwento ako yung difference ng Hong Kong mo tsaka sa Taipei?
Sige, ikaw na. I want to hear your perspective. Kasi ako baka biased perspective ako.
Okay, so
I want
again,
a more
si BJ,
objective perspective.
So si BJ, he did not do well in Hong Kong.
No.
Kasi parang because of circumstances, no, hindi maganda yung niya. Pagdating naman sa Taipei, it's okay, this happened in Hong Kong. I need to readjust how my strategy is. Yun nga, one game at a time. Tapos
I also took coaching. And I also took coaching because of the loss from Hong Kong. Hindi ko naman sa dinibdib siya, but of course I felt it. It's not, I didn't wallow in it, but I felt it. So I really sige, I need to change something. That's why I contacted nga si Justin Morales and took some coaching from who else to learn Blue Steel allies from than Mr. Blue Steel himself, right? So yun, I took his coaching services and I applied that a lot in my games leading up to Taipei. Anyway, continue with your story, Ian.
So yun. So parang ngayon na kaya niyang i-prove that if he kind of locked in and focused a little bit on the games, mas maganda yung performance. And it showed naman. Kaya nga umabot ng top 32 eh. Pero parang nung naglaro na kami ulit, para sabi niya, wala na ako kailangan patunayan, nasa top 32 na ako. So
that was a joke, jeez.
Ganun, no? So, so parang sana hindi mo bibitawan yung competitive fire, 'di ba? Parang ang nangyari is siguro yun nga, parang you were so adamant to do something that you did not see
Yun nga.
other avenues to win.
Exactly.
Which was
Nag-tunnel
kind
vision
of
ako.
funny kasi you said, ginamit ko nga yung Pluto para manalo a previous round. Tapos parang kung kailan nag-matter sa
Yun
akin,
nga.
hindi ko siya ginamit.
Oo.
So parang sa akin, gumanon pa ako parang, oh no!
Hindi ko nakita yun kasi nasa likod ko
Oh
si
no!
Ian.
As in like, parang, I was, kasi syempre, di ba, we've talked about it sa Set Champs din, parang as a spectator, hindi ka pwedeng
React.
mag-react, no? Or hindi ka pwedeng magbigay ng ano. So, hinintay ko lang parang, in my head, parang, please do this thing because you have already won.
Yeah. And I
Panalo na
didn't.
Panalo na ito. Parang, he did something else. Parang, sa loob-loob ko, why? Why?
Painful to
So,
watch.
ako yung nasaktan eh. Ako yung nasaktan eh.
I'm
But
so
to be
sorry,
fair,
Ian. Son,
to
I'm
be
disappointed.
fair, I would also, hindi ko naman sinasabi na perfect akong player.
Mhm.
I also am prone to mistakes, especially kapag pero parang part of being competitive is also taking your time to
Mhm.
think about Pero syempre hindi yung tipong nagsa-slow play ka. So parang reasonable amount of time to just assess, okay, these are what's on the board.
This is
These
what I
are the cards
have.
that I have. Tapos parang what can I do to Minsan nga parang I have cards in hand tapos parang on initial what do you call this? On initial assessment,
Review.
parang talo. Parang talo wala talaga. If it were the old me, I would have scooped already. I think yung magandang and I'd just like to point this out. Kung babalikan ninyo yung top 32 game ni BJ tsaka ni Zan, parang it was game 2 yung nakahabol si BJ. Nung napatay ni Zan yung
Vincenzo.
mo, yun. I think that was a very good example of really taking your time to see your outs. Kasi he bought himself one turn
Because of
with
that.
with the order of cards that he played. So ganun talaga, as in like pro level siya, no? Na yung lady, shinift niya onto the small lady. So meron siyang 5 strength. Nagplay ka ng dalawang willow, tapos
May isa
tramp.
pa.
Yeah, tas sakto yun na 8 para humampas. So any regular player would have forgotten that the small lady when shifted also gets a +1 strength. Kasi nung una sabi ko, bakit namatay? Parang in my head 7 lang. Tapos parang nung inisip ko ng mabuti, oo nga pala yung lady pag nag-shift ka may +1 siya.
May plus.
So these are things that
Ang tagal
niya inisip. So parang also part of being competitive is hindi ka sumusuko agad. So titignan mo talaga yung cards mo. Okay, this is what I have. Ito yung mga pwede kong gawin. Minsan ako in my head, even though again on initial assessment mukhang talo na, mina-math out ko pa rin kasi
Might as well.
pag
Baka may chance
pag pinag-isipan ko na mabuti, baka may mangyayari pa.
Laban.
Pero parang there will also be instances na kung saan parang you need a specific card to execute your plan or to win or to
kinapos ka ng
counter.
ink. Oo,
Ganun na parang
Why you
kailangan
want
ito yung lalabas. So parang yung mga ganong klaseng plays will also come from experience, no? And yun nga, yung mga mistakes that you get from playing with other people, from practicing, doon siya lumalabas. And ako, if there's one single thing that I would recommend people to get good at being competitive is just to practice. Nothing beats practice. Yeah. So, parang yung mga bad plays na kesa mangyari sa important game sa tournament, nangyari siya sa practice. So, when you encounter the same situation the tournament, alam mo kung ano yung gagawin mo. And you would have turned a losing game or a learning experience into a win.
Next point natin is yung ask questions nga, which is branching off to yung na-mention nga na practice, 'di ba? So you don't just practice yung mismong game but you ask din talaga what do you do against this? Ano possible options. And of course, merong self-reflection, ask mo sarili mo ano pang pwedeng gawin, but you ask other players din. Uh, to branch off din dun sa earlier point na mayroong Lorcana content such as ours. So, yun you can watch. But also, tulad natin tayo, you viewers, mga pangkinks, you can ask us, 'di ba? So, comment kayo, reach out kayo sa amin. We have some valuable experience. Well, si Ian tsaka si BJ sila mayroong competitive experience that they could share sa decks. I believe some of you naman know that na pag nakasama niyo sila sa tournament, they share their thoughts and opinions on certain plays, certain decks that can very much change on how you perform on these weeklies or casuals or tournaments. Kasi yun naman din talaga yung makatulong when you ask questions, and of course helpful naman din talaga yung community, 'di ba?
Actually, the easiest one to ask is your opponent.
Yeah.
Parang kung natalo ka, parang yung tanong mo is, may mali ba akong ginawa? No, ako I often point it out to my opponents na parang, okay, this is what should have happened in order for you to beat me. Gano'n. Pero siyempre habang naglalaro tayo di ko siya sasabihin kasi we're playing,
After.
no? After sinishare
Mm.
ko. No, I know of a few people in the community that do it na parang, what could I have done? Sabi ko, dito ka nagkamali.
Mm.
So,
Okay, then especially
Yun.
if you're facing up against a more experienced player. Most of the time naman generous naman sa sa pagbigay ng advice. Like yun before nung 'di ba nung nakalaban ko si Juancho before. I asked him for
Same.
advice. 'Di ba? I asked him for advice because Juancho's one of the best players here. And and he's very generous naman with his advice. So yun. Wag din kayo mahiya. Although read the room, malay nyo, wala siya sa mood, 'di ba? Read the room. But generally naman is if you're in a tournament, most of us are gonna be high-fiving, smiling, whatever. So, pero still read the room a bit, but don't be afraid to ask questions.
Kasi
Thanks.
pag ask questions, more or less ang sagot is like you have to get this card or that card. So, yes,
Oo.
kasama yun eh. Like, if you assume na kompleto ka na, nasa iyo na yung pieces, you have the luxury of, ayun nga, switching sa decks. Kaso, kasama din naman yung having the right tools at your disposal. Diba?
Pero parang again, sometimes yung financial
Mm.
aspect of it hindi mo pipigilan. There are also access issues that we've been talking about before. But regardless of kung meron ka o hindi, there are ways to go about it. No? Pero syempre, it lessens the efficiency of your play and of your deck. But again, that's part of it. No? But there are ways around it if you want to.
Yeah. And since we're already in that bullet point, just remember, don't forget, we all start from the bottom. We also experienced these access issues, especially before yung panahon namin na wala talagang official support sa
Distributor.
Lorcana. Wala pa yung Saka-Saka, wala pa yung courtside na nagdadala ng Lorcana dito. So shout out to them. Thank you very much. But before that, the access issues were insane. And we all went through that. So again, ask questions. Remember, we all started from the bottom. So there's no shame in like admitting where you are in the competitive space, in knowing where you are in the competitive space so that you will know what you need to work on. So yun, I guess that's one of the biggest points that we want to deliver here is that if you want to cross over into competitive, know where you are first so that you will know how far you have to go to cross that line, or maybe you're already over that line and you don't even recognize it. Just because maybe yun nga, you're too close to yourself to how you're playing, or you are playing in a bubble na meron ka na palang fundamentals from other TCGs or other games that you've played. And when you finally go out into competitive, you're able to carry it well. So yun, just recognize how you are as a player, how you handle certain situations, so that you will know how far you have to go or how far you have gone.
Actually, there's so many other things that we can talk about, pero parang again, umabot na tayo dun sa time na
Sa ating
may
threshold.
may threshold time tayo. But again, if we were to maybe just to summarize, yung going to competitive, if you were to give one solid piece of advice, ano yung ibibigay mo? So, BJ and Hans?
Then, nabigay ko na.
BJ.
Just yung, just know where you are for now. And then, so that you will know how far you have to go, or, if you've already crossed that line towards competitive. Yun yung
Sa'yo,
isa sa mga,
Hans?
Ako, I wouldn't takeaway ko is it's a mindset talaga. So, yes, you can attend these tourneys, you can adjust yung kung ano yung play style mo, yung deck mo, taking into account yung advice ng mga pros, ng mga content, advice namin. So, being competitive is a mindset, and hindi siya like directly or kung ano man yung sa graph na yung doesn't correlate to success. So you can be competitive and still lose a bunch, but doesn't take away your competitive fire nga, 'di ba? As long as lumalaban ka, at yun nga yung improving yourself, you're better than the last game, than the last match, andun pa rin yun. So, competitive ka pa rin.
True.
So kahit na
Speak.
may losses, and then yun nga, so dun ako dun ako nanggagaling. So kahit na ayun nga, may mga ganong results, as long as you're going, you're pushing, improving, you're in that side of the spectrum. Kasi ganun naman din talaga yung gusto natin, yung nag improve tayo at the end of the day.
Yan.
So, yung sa akin is just practice. Yun lang naman palagi, eh, 'no, I guess also maybe to add yung sinabi ni Hans na so we've been, ako I've been quite happy. So, kahit na sumasali ako ng mga store qualifier, hindi ako nagpo-progress as far as I would want to, but we've seen a surge of new players win their buys. Sa'kin is, masaya ako. Kasi it's a testament that the new players are transitioning and are doing well. Na so, kung titignan niyo yung mga ibang tao, at especially for the incoming ACME, na parang okay, bago yung set of people na meron ng buy, hindi sila yung mga regular people. So, ibig sabihin, umiikot na at gumagaling na rin yung mga tao.
Yeah.
So,
Yun.
tignan niyo na lang yung performance niyo vis-a-vis that tournaments you join. Yan.
And
So,
if you're
just as a
still
few,
looking for a
sige.
buy,
Ay,
so dito
tama. We're
if
still
you're
looking for
still
a
looking for a
buy.
buy,
So may
nandito yung mga
apat pa
options.
tayo. Na so number 1 is Habikay Kan sa Saturday, March 28, and then we have side quest over at
SQ.
March 29. If I'm not mistaken, Earl will be there.
Yeah.
Side quest.
Ako ang magiging
Tas,
driver ni Earl.
so Magus Games sa sa Cebu on April 4, and then we have April
Courtside.
5 sa Courtside, Galleria. So
After Holy Week.
may few chances pa for you to
Yeah.
get those buys.
For Acme.
Okay, so again, sabi ni BJ, self-assessment muna kung nasaan ka. Sabi ni Hans is yung sabay sa'yo, sorry, nag-memory gap ako.
It's a mindset nga na
Yung
hindi siya,
mindset.
The competitive,
no?
don't, just because you're losing, but as long as you're trying to continually improve, you are still a competitive player.
May kita mo naman parang I know of this one person na sinasabi parang hindi ako nagpa-progress. Pero sinasabi ko sa kanya na parang you have to look at where you were when you started, no? Parang this person hindi man lang nananalo at all, 'di ba? Palaging 0-2, 0-2. Tas hindi niya recognize na parang okay, now you can you can get games off of people, no? Nakaka-one win ka na din, no? So,
That's still progress.
but still progress. Although ang sinasabi ko sa kanya is practice. Kulang pa rin siya ng practice. So practice talaga. So, yun.
That is
So,
it, mga
dahil
pamangkin. And
doon,
again, thank you very much, Katrina, for this topic that we had so much fun discussing. And I hope you were able to learn something. For now, follow Ian's advice. Practice, practice, practice. And we'll see you in the tournaments. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.